Ouch, that was painful to watch. Obviously, Paul has a lot to learn about how to communicate effectively. In the scenario we just watched, Paul obviously felt that he deserved the Reese's, but he failed to persuade Jeff that he did. Jeff was hard at work when Paul interrupted him, and seemed as though he was already in an irritated mood. Paul didn't take the mindset of his audience into account when he approached Jeff, so he failed because he didn't take into consideration the constraints or obstacles keeping Jeff from accepting his proposal as readily as he could have. Keeping in mind that Jeff seemed stressed, Paul might adopt a more easygoing or concerned tone to get Jeff to hand over the candy. Aside from tone, English 102 teaches us that we, as readers, have a number of different tools at our disposal in situations like Paul's. Readers can deal with these obstacles or constraints by using rhetorical appeals like ethos, pathos, and logos to overcome any objections and persuade their audience. Ethos-based appeals are appeals based on the credibility of the reader. In this scenario we just saw, Paul established his character as a mooch. Pathos-based appeals are appeals based on the emotions and beliefs of the audience. Paul didn't use any emotional appeals. Logos-based appeals are appeals grounded in logic. When readers use logos, they use things like facts and claims to convince an audience to accept their thesis/idea. The logic Paul used in his interaction with Jeff was, "Those are Reese's. I want them. You should give them to me." Let's see what happens after Paul takes English 102 and uses rhetorical appeals to communicate with Jeff.